Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a historic visit to Washington, D.C. He stood before the U.S. Congress, a wartime leader pleading for his nation's survival. Zelensky's presence captivated the world. His words, a powerful reminder of the fight for freedom against tyranny. The date was December 21, 2023. The world watched as Zelensky received a hero's welcome. This was no ordinary diplomatic visit, it was a testament to the Ukrainian spirit, the courage to resist, the will to endure. Zelensky's address was a defining moment in the Russia-Ukraine war. He spoke not just of Ukraine's struggle but of the global fight against authoritarianism. His message resonated with both Democrats and Republicans. The support for Ukraine, at least in that chamber, felt absolute. Zelensky had come seeking continued aid, military and financial. He left with a renewed sense of hope and the promise of America's unwavering commitment. Zelensky's visit to Washington was a stark reminder of the ongoing war ravaging his country. The conflict, which began in 2014 with Russia's annexation of Crimea, escalated dramatically in February 2022. Russia's full-scale invasion shocked the world. It was a brutal act of aggression, a violation of international law, a dark day for Europe and the world. Since then, Ukraine has been locked in a desperate battle for survival. Cities have been reduced to rubble, millions have been displaced from their homes, the death toll, a grim testament to the human cost of this senseless war. Yet through it all, the Ukrainian people have shown remarkable resilience. They have taken up arms to defend their homeland, they have shown courage and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Zelensky's visit to Washington and the overwhelming support he received for Ukraine highlighted a stark political divide. Former President Donald Trump, known for his unconventional foreign policy views, has been a vocal critic of U.S. aid to Ukraine. His stance has drawn both support and condemnation, further polarizing the debate over America's role in the conflict. Trump's criticism of Ukraine aid dates back to his presidency. He questioned the wisdom of providing billions of dollars in assistance, arguing that other countries should bear more of the burden. His administration even temporarily withheld military aid to Ukraine, a move that became the center of his first impeachment inquiry. Trump's skepticism of Ukraine extended to his personal dealings with Zelensky. The United States has committed billions of dollars in aid to Ukraine since the war began. The financial assistance is crucial to keeping the Ukrainian government afloat, providing essential services to its citizens, and bolstering its military capabilities. The aid has taken many forms, from military hardware and intelligence sharing to humanitarian assistance and economic support. The debate over Ukraine aid has become a partisan flashpoint in American politics. Democrats have largely supported robust assistance, arguing that it is essential to defending democracy and countering Russian aggression. Republicans, however, are more divided. Some echo Trump's concerns about the cost and effectiveness of the aid, while others view it as a vital investment in U.S. national security interests. Section 5. A Divided America. The debate over supporting Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has exposed a deep divide in American society over foreign policy and the role of the United States in the world. Public opinion polls show a decline in support for Ukraine aid, with growing concerns about the economic costs and the risk of escalation with Russia. The debate over Ukraine has become increasingly polarized, fueled by partisan politics and the spread of misinformation. Despite the growing dissent, there remains strong bipartisan support for Ukraine in Congress. Both Democrats and Republicans recognize the importance of assisting a democratic country under attack by an authoritarian adversary. The Biden administration has made it clear that it views the war in Ukraine as a pivotal moment in history, a struggle between democracy and autocracy. Section 6. Beyond the battlefield. The global impact of the Ukraine war. The war in Ukraine has had far-reaching consequences that extend well beyond the battlefield. The conflict has disrupted global energy markets, leading to soaring prices and energy shortages in Europe and elsewhere. It has also exacerbated food insecurity, as Ukraine, a major grain exporter, has seen its agricultural production severely impacted by the war. The war has also had a profound impact on international relations. It has shattered the post-Cold War security architecture in Europe, leading to a major realignment of alliances and priorities. NATO, once seen as a relic of the past, has been revitalized by the threat posed by Russia. The war has also highlighted the growing rivalry between the United States and China, as Beijing walks a fine line between supporting its strategic partner Russia and avoiding alienating the West. Section 7. Zelensky, from comedian to wartime leader. Volodymyr Zelensky's journey from comedian to wartime leader is nothing short of remarkable. A former actor and comedian with no prior political experience, Zelensky was a political outsider when he was elected president of Ukraine in 2019. His landslide victory was seen as a rejection of the country's corrupt political establishment and a desire for change. When Russia invaded Ukraine, few expected Zelensky to last long, yet he defied expectations, emerging as a symbol of Ukrainian resistance and a global icon of courage. His refusal to flee Kyiv, his constant communication with the Ukrainian people, and his passionate appeals for international support have earned him admiration and respect worldwide. Section 8. The future of Ukraine. Uncertain paths to victory. As the war in Ukraine grinds on, the path to peace remains elusive. Russia shows no signs of abandoning its war aims, while Ukraine is determined to fight for every inch of its territory. The human and economic costs of the war continue to mount, with no end in sight. The international community is grappling with how to end the conflict and hold Russia accountable for its aggression. The outcome of the war will have profound implications for Ukraine, Russia, and the wider world. A Ukrainian victory would be a triumph for democracy and a major setback for authoritarianism. It would also reshape the security architecture of Europe and send a powerful message to other would-be aggressors. A Russian victory, on the other hand, would be a disaster for Ukraine and a blow to the rules-based international order. Section 9. A shared fight, the enduring bond between the U.S. and Ukraine. Zelensky's visit to Washington underscored the strong bond between the United States and Ukraine. The two countries share a commitment to democracy, freedom, and the rule of law. The United States has a vested interest in seeing a free and independent Ukraine emerge from this conflict. It is a matter of principle, a matter of national security, and a matter of global stability. The war in Ukraine is a reminder that freedom is not free. It is a precious gift that must be defended and protected. The United States will continue to stand with Ukraine, providing the support it needs to win this war and rebuild its shattered nation. The fight for Ukraine is a fight for the future of democracy itself. It is a fight that the United States cannot afford to lose.